Hello everybody, this is Dr. Cole, Monday morning, November 9th. Now entering week 13 of Political Science 1013 for the fall 2020 term. Everybody, over the weekend, Saturday morning, in most cases I believe, most of the media organizations called the election in favor of former Vice President Biden. President Trump appears determined to continue to pursue legal challenges to the vote count in states such as Pennsylvania and Georgia, where the count is very close. It was actually Pennsylvania that put Mr. Biden over the top as far as most of the media organizations were concerned. And that announcement was made by most of those organizations Saturday morning. So at this time, although it appears that President Trump is determined to pursue these legal challenges for a few more weeks, it may be that none of those dire scenarios that we suggested in the class notes when we were discussing the 2020 election, that may not come about. It looks like none of those situations may come about, although we'll have to give it a few more weeks to be absolutely sure. But looking at the discussions that are taking place in the media, President Trump has some people in his circle egging him on to try to stretch out a little further, but on the other hand, other Republicans are trying to encourage him to go ahead and concede, which he may do eventually. So it does appear former Vice President Biden has been elected. All right then, we have a quiz coming up this week on Wednesday, and we will chat about the quiz material and the Supreme Court in general tomorrow evening, Tuesday. You have three things to look at for the quiz. Two of them concern Roe versus Wade in particular, the Supreme Court's abortion decision that goes back to the year 1973, I believe. Now, both of these articles are by individuals who are pro-choice, but they disagree about whether it is wise to continue to try to defend Roe versus Wade, or whether it ought to be conceded that Roe versus Wade eventually will be overturned in whole or in part. As we know, just before the election, President Trump appointed Amy Coney Barrett, and she was confirmed, making her the sixth Supreme Court justice to be appointed by a Republican president, succeeding Justice Ginsburg, who had passed away a few weeks ago. So many people believe this will lead to the overturning of Roe versus Wade, or at least decisions by the Supreme Court to permit considerable restrictions on abortion. So these two articles discuss that then. They're sort of a pro and con over Roe versus Wade, although both individuals writing the articles are pro-choice. Then you have a third article that raises the question, should the Supreme Court matter so much? All right, so you have those three pieces to look at for the quiz. Now, everybody remember, we made a change to the assignment. We, last weekend, put one assignment out earlier in the day, on Sunday, I believe it was, and then I changed my mind and replaced two of the three articles over the course of the day Sunday. You had two articles to look at about the issue of court packing, or increasing the size of the Supreme Court to more than 9 justices. Now, the results of the election make it pretty clear that that won't happen. So it wouldn't hurt you to look at those if you have the links, but what you will be responsible for are the two articles about Roe versus Wade, one by Joan Williams and the other by Katha Pollitt, plus the article by Professor McDonald, I believe his name is, law professor at Pepperdine University, about the question of whether the Supreme Court ought to matter so much. Okay, so be sure you have the right assignment. An announcement went out, and then a corrected announcement with 2 of the 3 articles changed for quiz number 7 later this week. So be sure you have read the material that you are responsible for. 2 articles having to do with Roe versus Wade, and the other raising the question, should the Supreme Court matter so much? All right, so we will chat about that tomorrow evening, Tuesday, and take the quiz that will be available for you to take all day Wednesday. Now, by the time you have taken the quiz, I hope to have the Unit 8 class notes up. This is the last unit of the term. The final exam will cover Units 7 and 8 on the Supreme Court and on Congress. Now, in my Congress unit, I like to discuss several of the members of Congress from our area, and there have been some changes as a result of the election. So I'll be working on revising those class notes, and my intention is that those notes will be up on the course website by the time you take your quiz. Okay, that's going to take us through the end of the term. We will come back after Thanksgiving and take quiz number 8, the last regular week of classes, and then the final exam will be the week after that. Everybody remember also, you can still do a term paper. It's not mandatory, but to do a term paper could help raise your grade in the course, take the place of a low exam grade. And if you would like to do a term paper, I'd be happy to talk to you about your choice of topic and try to give you some guidance and pointers as you investigate the topic you've chosen for your term paper. So if you would just mention that to me in an email about what you've chosen as your topic, I'll be happy to try to get back to you on that as soon as I can. Otherwise, we will chat Tuesday evening and take a quiz all day Wednesday. Tuesday evening at 7 o'clock, and then the quiz will be available all day Wednesday on some material related to the Supreme Court, and especially the Roe versus Wade abortion decision going back to the year 1973. So be taking a look at that material, and we will chat with some of you Tuesday evening. Good luck on the quiz, and take it easy.